Alright guys, let's take a look at the old turkey Bitcoin. I got up late this morning. It's Super Bowl Sunday. And the first thing I did was to check on YouTube to see how all of these famous YouTubers are predicting about Bitcoin. It seems like the bears are in full force. Let's take a look at some of this title. Why China will crash stocks and crypto huge bubble. 84% crash incoming. I mean, look at the picture of this guy. Looks like he just sat on something that is very sharp. Crash incoming. Bitcoin incoming crash. So it seems like the majority are getting very bearish. Let's see if we agree with them. Alright, we are looking at the daily chart and the data I have is to 8:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on February the 13th. Last time we looked at Bitcoin was about 1 week ago. February the 7th. That was right after Bitcoin finally broke out of this downward channel and then trended up on very strong value. And then on the 8th, it broke out of this bull flag. Let's quickly switch over to the 4-hour chart so that we can see the formation of this bull flag. This is the bull flag. Flag, pole, broke out. The technical target is at 46,000, and that's precisely what happened. After broke out, Bitcoin trended up, pull back, consolidate, make another run up, ran to 45,850, which is very close to our technical target of 46,000. Now let's go back to the daily chart. After Bitcoin ran up and hit the technical target price for the breakout of this little bull flag, it began this retracement, and that is expected. Normally after a breakout and then ran to a target price, we tend to see a pullback follow with consolidation period before either they move up or they move down. So right now, the way I see it is Bitcoin is going through this retracement and consolidation period. So the question is, will we see a major crash where Bitcoin would eventually drop all the way down to the 20,000s level? Well, personally, I don't think that's going to happen. And let me go over my reason as to why. Technically, looking at this chart, there are so many positive indicators that I'm seeing. First, Bitcoin is finally crossed over the 50 days moving average. And for the past 7 days, it's been fighting hard to stay above the 50 days. The second thing is the 10 days finally cross over and leave the 50 days. To me, that is a very bullish indicator, because the last time when something like this happened, we've seen Bitcoin spike up. As an example, last time when the 10 days crossed over the 50-day was the middle of October of last year. Then we saw Bitcoin make this major run up in price. And if we look at prior to that, around the middle of July of last year, 10 days cross over and lead the 50 days. And after that, we saw this major spike up in price. So this is what I think is likely going to happen. First, the worst case scenario. In the event Russia attack or invade Ukraine, we are definitely going to see a major drop in the price of Bitcoin as well as the stock market in general. Very likely that we could see Bitcoin drop all the way and retest this prior low at 32.8. But I don't expect the price of Bitcoin to drop below that. I expect to see strong buying support at this level. Bitcoin would likely stabilize and then bounce up. That to me would be the worst case scenario. But the scenario that I think most likely will happen is, as part of this pullback, after it broke out of this flag, Bitcoin would likely retrace, and there's a possibility for the price to retest the support of this upward channel at around the 40,000 and a half to 41,000. I do expect to see it stabilize and then trend up, and in doing so, Bitcoin would be forming this inverted head and shoulder. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. And I still anticipate Bitcoin to break out and run to a target of about 52,000. So in summary, if Russia invade Ukraine, we would have the worst case scenario where Bitcoin would likely retest this prior low at 32.8. The more optimistic scenario would be for Bitcoin to dip down to about 40,500 or 41,000 before it bounces up and then break out of this inverted head and shoulder. Either way, I am continued to be bullish with Bitcoin in 2022. That's it. Give me a like if you appreciate this content. And if you like this sort of boring videos, make sure to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications.